What's up, friends? Welcome back for some more Breaking Bad. Very excited to hop into this episode with you all, as always. Coming off a more calm episode, as I talked about in last video, because we didn't really have too much stressful or intense things happen. We did see a lot into kind of the rough emotional experiences a few of the characters were having, like Marie and obviously Jesse, and hopefully soon their characters can kind of overcome the things that they're dealing with, although both of them really don't have the support system they need to do so right now. Marie, with Hank recovering, it's been a hassle for her, and he doesn't seem to be there at all for her emotionally. In fact, quite the opposite, where he's constantly upset with her. He doesn't seem to give her the time of day at any point. And then obviously Jesse is just utterly alone, really, because his house is filled with people, but he's kind of just like invisible to them all. But we did have one good thing happen where Skyler and Walter finally were able to purchase the car wash. Didn't seem like it was going to be very easy, at least not without using force, but Skyler pulled it off miraculously, came up with the idea of causing a fake health hazard type thing with Bogdan's business, and so he finally caved to their price. Surprisingly, she even pushed him for lower than the original offer, so they are doing pretty well financially in their situation because they have a clean way to funnel in the drug money, and as I mentioned before, they have the best excuse or believable scenario for using Walter's gambling money, so hopefully they won't have any issues with that going forward. They should be set, although the danger I don't think is completely averted, because while they are working under Gus right now, I have a feeling that eventually they will probably run into some more issues, especially if he or Jesse slips up at all. I feel like anything minor at this point will provoke an action. Hopefully you guys are excited to watch along with me for this episode. Definitely excited to get into it. If by the end of the video you enjoyed it, definitely consider leaving a thumbs up. Helps the video reach a lot more people, helps the channel out, so I appreciate your guys' support as always. You can always check out my full-length reaction to the episodes from the series on my Patreon, the link for that being in the description below, and those always go up sooner than the YouTube edits, so you can see them there ahead of time as well. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into episode 4. Well, that was cool, whatever that was. It's either fire or someone blowing smoke. Who is that? I can't really tell right now. They're too much in darkness. Yo, it's Mike. Dude, what the heck is he doing? Does he always accompany these shipments? Looks absolutely miserable back there. I guess it kind of makes sense, because if there's any trouble, he needs to be there to take care of it.
Okay? No.
Shoot, bro, Mike is gonna have to go to work once again. I'm ready for him to absolutely handle these fools. Bro, don't do that. I thought he actually died right there. That's excellent filmmaking, dude. Mike's such a freaking beast. The problems are definitely getting a lot worse for them right now. Oh, bro, that's disgusting. Man did get hit right there. The fact that he barely has any reaction to a piece of his ear getting sliced off is insane. Dude's pain tolerance is through the freaking roof.
Gambling destroyed my life, my family, everything I loved. It was like a robbery, only I was the thief.
Interesting. So they're bringing Walter to the recovery programs for gambling addiction. It's smart. He definitely needs to put on a bit of a show for this.
Tonight's the night. No turning back. Okay, let's do this.
Oh, shoot. Walter's gonna actually have to gamble in a real situation. Dang, that's clever. I like that they're doing this, because I was thinking that he would say that he won at gambling and that would be the end of it. This show is thorough with every plot, though.
Hit it. Comes a hard 15.
Dealer has a 9.
Hit it.
Oh, okay, let's see what I got. And 21.
Walter is not going to do too well if he's losing the first game to Skylar. Pretty difficult to learn how to count cards. I don't know if that's what they're trying to teach him right now.
You know what? I'm in recovery. I shouldn't even be playing. And that is the fiction.
You know what? You're right.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, dang, they abandoned that pretty quick. That's lucky, because I don't think Walter would have been able to make people believe he actually is an experienced gambler.
Script.
Bullet points.
Like a novella.
This is smart. You really want to try to sell a DEA agent some story about how we suddenly have enough money to buy a car wash?
Oh, they're going to tell Hank. I thought they were going to keep that a secret from him forever. I guess it wouldn't be possible to do that because eventually he would start asking questions.
Appearing to come clean will be the best thing for everyone. We talked about this.
It's just...
What?
Never mind. Just...
I feel like if they want someone to write a believable script, they need to elicit Marie's help, but they can't bring her into it because then she'd know the lie. Wait, no, Skylar's the writer, right? She was the one writing the book in the beginning. Mixed up my season 1 character development there.
We want to tell you the whole story. It's a doozy, so hold on to your hats. Do you like that?
Sure.
That's a freaking great line. Feels like something out of a cheesy action movie right there. Skylar's definitely enjoying writing this, I feel like.
I'll chime in about how it affected our marriage, why we couldn't tell anyone.
Terribly, terribly ashamed of my actions. 2 terriblies?
It's supposed to show contrition.
I love that they're going over this script like this. This is such interesting writing.
Why am I so ashamed?
Do I really need to answer that?
I was and am providing for our family.
Oh, nice. There's a little bit of subtext to this script right now in their conversation. This is some freaking layered and deep writing. This is incredible.
I don't want Junior thinking less of me.
At least you won at gambling. I'm just the mom who wouldn't cut you any slack.
Whoa, what a freaking line right there, man. I love the dialogue between them right now.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I put you through all of this. How's that sound?
Oh gosh, man, I thought Walter actually gave a genuine apology right there. Immediately changed back to just pretending. This is a fantastic scene, loving the acting from both of them.
Look down at the floor with remorse. You don't have to mean it. You just stare down at your feet, Walt, okay? Then, I'm gonna...
Oh my gosh, this is great. Now she's giving him acting directions. I feel like with this level of preparation, they're either going to absolutely execute it flawlessly or they're going to trip up on everything, on trying to remember everything. This is actually going to be real stressful doing this because I feel like Hank is really, really good at picking up on little cues.
What makes it be all pink like that?
That's the manganese part. It oxidizes.
It's going to have an oxidation state of between -3 and +7, but its most stable state is +2. So,
Chemistry teacher Walt coming out right now.
Give me the phone, will you? I gotta check this out. I've been working on stuff here.
Oh man, I wonder if Walter's just really feeling terrible seeing Hank like this in this condition, knowing that he's pretty much directly responsible for putting him in that situation.
Seriously, you guys gotta check this out. This is good. Ready?
Ship is waiting, all systems are go.
Oh no, dude, he has a freaking tape of Gale. Oh gosh, dude, I'm worried Walter might lose it in front of Hank. Also, man, that's sad. Gale was such a happy-go-lucky guy. Fantastic scene connecting those characters like that.
I don't even know her. Holy. Yeah. Walter H. White. Man of hidden talents.
Oh my gosh, what a line. Hank, if you only knew, dude. Also, impressive that Skylar could bring tears on command.
I can totally get a card for my birthday, right?
Son, I'm terribly, terribly ashamed of my actions. Excuse me, please.
Oh man, Walter wanted Walter Jr. to be okay with it, not hate him, and he still went with that line.
Hey man, that was some big stuff back there.
Wanted to be thorough.
Quite a tale. It couldn't have been easy to, talk about.
Oh man, Walter is gonna break right now. I feel like Hank's gonna start getting suspicious.
I mean, if you ever need to talk or just blow off some steam, I'm here. Not going anywhere.
Thanks, Hank.
Oh man, this is tough. I didn't even realize that them putting out there into Hank's knowledge that Walter came into a bunch of money, even if it's under the guise of gambling right now, it's definitely going to make it easier for Hank to connect pieces later on if he does start figuring out that Walter's involved.
What do you know about him?
Say he's my guy.
Your guy?
There's this mystery man I've been chasing for the better part of a year. Goes by the name of Heisenberg.
Oh my gosh, dude. These scenes where Walter is just so undercover and there's so much behind the scenes information that characters don't know are just so intense, so interesting.
Margarine, 2/3 cup turbinado sugar.
It's a recipe for vegan s'mores.
Nice. Gale was a man of many talents. Dude was cooking up a storm in more ways than one.
To WW.
Walt Whitman.
I mean, who do you figure that is, huh? Walter White?
You got me.
Oh my gosh, that exchange is incredible. I love that they're discussing the case together, but Hank at this point has no idea. Just legendary writing right there. This has got to be one of my favorite one-on-one interactions from the show so far.
Walt Whitman, your WW.
You freaking brainiac.
Oh, thank goodness, man. He quickly put that Walter White business to rest.
I wanted to be the one to slap the handcuffs on him. Popeye Doyle waving the frog one.
Popeye Doyle never actually caught him.
Mean old Popeye, huh? Day late and dollar short.
There's so much elite dialogue in that scene, man. There's so much beyond just what they're saying, beyond the frame. Love how deep those moments are. Also, I wonder how much that's going to change Walter's attitude towards Hank, hearing him say that he wants to be the one to get him. And I wonder if there's any sort of foreshadowing in that moment, because Hank very well could be the one to eventually pin it on Walter.
Gale's murder is being investigated.
Duh.
And I have it on good authority that they found fingerprints at the scene.
Not mine. We done here?
Oh, I bet it's Victor's fingerprints, huh? And Victor's dead now, so they won't be finding him in any way because his body's disintegrated.
How many times did you shoot him anyway? Jesse, did you pick up the casings? Did you pick them up?
No.
Oh no, dude, please don't tell me they found one. I don't remember if Victor took a casing when he showed up there.
Assume that Gale answered the door. Now what happened after that? Did he recognize you?
Oh man, this is not good to make him remember all of this right now. This is what has set him off. Dude's been trying to escape remembering this whole season.
Now what if he goes after Jesse for the murder?
On his rascal scooter? Sounded insensitive. History those two have. Your brother-in-law is smart enough not to go down that particular road.
Oh, I guess I forgot about the first time that Hank beat him up. I guess that is kind of the X factor as far as the situation goes.
Everyone is in danger. How can I protect anyone? Family, Jesse, myself.
Then my name never comes up.
Oh my gosh, immediately Saul's just only cared about himself. Man's always got numero uno on his mind.
She's telling herself that I work in this nice, quiet little lab with a white lab coat. When my contract is up, I'll just simply tip my hat and walk away. How did everything get so screwed up?
There is some phenomenal dialogue in this episode, man. This is great. Bryan Cranston's acting is so freaking good.
Gus won't risk letting the police find Jesse. I know him. He won't.
Shoot, bro, does that mean Gus is gonna freaking put a hit on Jesse now? I feel like the stress is about to come back, man. We had last episode was stress-free. I guess that comes into play with the guy who was watching Jesse's apartment. Gus certainly knows the mess that his life has become.
Hey, will you make sure there's pizza here when I get back?
I can do that. I can definitely do that. As far as the financial situation, you know.
Man, there's something about this I feel like is gonna get screwed up because of this. A name's gonna be dropped or the wrong person's gonna get word.
You have a 6% chance.
Hey. Oh. Get some dipping sticks too, yo.
I feel like this guy is just gonna forget what he's doing immediately. He seems way too out of it. Maybe there's fingerprints on the money, perhaps? And him paying is going to somehow bring a connection. shoot, bro. Jesse is the target now, not Walter. Gotta help my guy real fast, otherwise he is a dead man. Well, he did get the pizza, so I guess nothing too bad happened. Maybe it'll come back later into play, though. Oh, no! What? Dude doesn't even freaking give it a second thought. I guess he's just so far past caring at this point that losing everything that he had to his name doesn't even faze him.
Wake up.
Oh, freak, bruh. Mike is here. At least Jesse is alive. There must not be something too terrible going on. If Mike wanted him dead, he would have been dead already.
Know who this is?
No.
He's been at your house for 3 solid days. He stole your money. That $78,000 or so look familiar?
Oh, he's the one who stole it. Interesting. I would have never guessed. Clever, making it someone who seemed not suspicious before.
You're gonna kill him. Is this the part where I'm supposed to beg you not to do it? You ain't gonna smoke that dude in there. You went through the trouble of putting a blindfold on him.
Oh, big brain energy right there from Jesse. This man's confidence in interacting with Mike and Gus and anyone above him at this point is through the roof. He's done being afraid of anybody else.
How's the year?
Mending.
What can I do for you?
Yes, my friend Gus is back. Although he's not really anybody's friend in the show right now except Mike.
It's Pinkman. He's become increasingly incautious. Something's got to be done.
Ugh, bro, and now it's been brought to Gus's attention. Maybe he didn't really know until that moment that Jesse was a potential problem. Maybe it was only Mike that was aware of the situation.
Hey, it's me. Wait for the thing.
No, no, no. Please do not tell me something happened to him already. Now I'm freaking stressed, dude. Dude knows now it's something out of the ordinary's going on. I feel like their bond is strong enough at this point that Walter will not tolerate Jesse being hurt either. Is he gonna flip it off again? Oh, dude, I thought the episode was gonna end right there and I was gonna be upset again with a cliffhanger. Oh, thank goodness, man.
Gonna ask where we're going?
No.
I'm super freaking nervous right now, but I still feel like he's not going to his death. Oh, bro. That's almost like even worse of a cliffhanger. Come on. Immediately right after I say, thank goodness they didn't leave on a cliffhanger, they still do in the very next scene. Anytime Mike or Gus drives you out to a secluded place like that, nothing good can possibly come from it. Better find out pretty quick in the next episode what's gonna happen though, because I do not want to live in suspense. This episode was top notch, man, as far as the writing goes. I feel like it had so many of my favorite interactions of the show, at least in this season, whether it was Walter and Skyler discussing how they were going to deliver the lie to Hank. That scene was great. And then Walter and Hank as well discussing the case. That scene was incredible, man, especially when Hank lists Walter White as a possible WW name and Walter says, "You got me." That was just such a fantastic moment because of all the things the audience knows that Hank doesn't. That was just phenomenal execution as far as the scene goes. And then the interactions between Jesse and Walter, and then later Jesse and Mike as well, were just phenomenal. Jesse really has hit rock bottom. Even after Jane died, he never really tried to kill himself, I feel like, or kind of do all these things that would eventually be the death of him. But I feel like at this point, he has basically accepted his death, potential death, at least with Mike. But even before being taken by him, feels like everything he was doing was just a slow downward slope until eventually he would die of something. And so it's very sad to see his character at this point, but I certainly am stressed out to find out what happens to him next episode. I still don't really think it's any of a threat, at least right now, for Jesse to die, because I would be very, very surprised if he died with still still over a season and a half left to go in the show. But I mean, I've been very shocked before in the show and the decisions they make, so I guess we will see. But I'm also excited to see what lengths Walter goes to in order to protect and save Jesse. But also, I would assume that Walter needs Jesse, or at least some partner, in order to meet the deadlines that Gus has set for him for the cooking. And so I feel like Jesse is too valuable for Gus just to kill him off, at least without finding a potential replacement. But maybe he has had one the whole time, like he did before, kind of in secret with Victor. Which, speaking of Gus, it was great to actually see him in this episode. I was worried that the show would kind of take him out of the picture for a while, since Walter and Jesse weren't allowed to see him anymore. But nice to see him in one very brief scene. He really only had like one line though. They also brought Gale back in this episode for his little Major Tom covers, which was hilarious and sad at the same time, because Gale was kind of an innocent person in that whole debacle and was just an unfortunate casualty in elongating the lives of Walter and Jesse at that point. But if he is kind of pinned as the main bad guy as Heisenberg by Hank and everybody else, then that'll be a pretty huge relief for Walter at least. But they did discuss finding the fingerprints, and they didn't really say where the fingerprints came from, if there were casings. So it's just gonna be a non-stop worry in the back of my mind until they actually talk about it further and say whose fingerprints it was, because it could very well be Jesse, and he could be the #1 target again for Hank, where we saw last time that is not someone that you want chasing after you, because Hank almost killed him just by beating him up. And so very intrigued by that scenario as well. But hopefully you guys enjoyed watching along with me for this episode. Definitely a very, very good one. And if you did enjoy it, definitely consider leaving a thumbs up. That helps the video reach a lot more people, helps the channel out. And you can always check out my full-length reactions to these episodes on my Patreon. Link for that in the description below. They always go up before the YouTube edits, so you can see them ahead of time there as well. But I look forward to seeing you all next time for episode 5. And until then, peace.